It is Yeshua alone who has overcome death and now has the authority to strip the seals of Satan's legal authority and to rule over the earth. In this series, we will follow Yeshua's ministry as it was detailed by all four of the gospel authors, as each brings to light distinctive details and fascinating facets of his life and ministry. The gospel chronology thus far. Yeshua is immersed in the Jordan at Beit Abarah and is immediately driven into the wilderness where he fasts for 40 days and nights. It is now day 41. He is hungry, and the adversary, or Hasatan in Hebrew, comes to tempt him. If you are the Son of God, command this stone to become bread. Yeshua answered, it was said, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of Yehovah. Matthew and Mark record Yeshua as saying, it is written, while Luke records, it was said. The fact remains, God spoke it, and then it was written by Moses in the Torah. Both statements are equally true and are mutually inclusive. This first temptation is a primary issue in each of the temptations. Yeshua's primary mission as the prophet that we must hear and obey is that he only speaks that which he hears and sees from heaven. It is written in Deuteronomy chapter 18. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, Moses, and I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken, will not shema, hear and obey my words which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. I will make diligent inquiry and will judge accordingly. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, even that prophet shall die. Yeshua could have turned that stone into bread, but he had no word from heaven to do so. The prophet may never presume to speak a word or to act according to his own desires. He must always do the Father's will. If Yeshua presumes to command a miracle that the Father does not command, he disqualifies himself as the prophet, and he will die. Hasatan's temptations may appeal to the sense of self-preservation, but they do not constitute the Father's will. Yeshua responded with, it is written. If one does not know what is written in the Torah, one has no clue as to the nature or significance of the temptations. Hasatan then took Yeshua up into a high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. All this authority will I give you, and all the glory of these kingdoms, for all that has been delivered to me, and to whomsoever I will, I give it. If you will bow down to me, all this will be yours. Hasatan claimed that all the authority and glory and wealth of the kingdoms of the world were delivered into his hand, and that he had the authority to give it to anyone who bows the knee to him. Yeshua never challenged his jurisdiction or authority, but flatly refused the offer. Adam was originally given authority over the earth, and he was commanded to subdue it and rule over it. In his disobedience, Adam transferred his dominion into the hand of Hasatan, who now holds it fast until it is legally stripped from him. Even Shaul, the Apostle Paul, recognizing his authority, referred to Hasatan as the god of this age who has blinded the eyes of those who do not believe and obey the words of the prophet. Yeshua answered him, get behind me, Satan, for it was said, you shall bow down before Yehovah your God, and him only shall you serve. In the Revelation, chapter 5, the title deed to the earth is shown to be tragically sealed up. there is no hope. All is lost. John weeps uncontrollably. Then the resurrected Lamb is introduced, and the 4 living creatures fall on their faces before him. It is Yeshua alone who has overcome death and now has the authority to strip the seals of Satan's legal authority and to rule over the earth. What happens on earth when Yeshua strips the seals is the subject of the book of the Revelation. Hasatan then brought Yeshua to Jerusalem and set him on a pinnacle of the temple. If you are the Son of God, cast yourself down from here, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge over you to keep you, and in their hands they shall bear you up, lest at any time you dash your foot against a stone. Yeshua answered, it was said, you shall not put Yehovah, your God, through your test. There are trials that God puts us through to test our character, but we are never to put God through our test. We are never to blaspheme or insult the Most High by implying that he has maleficent intentions or to make him prove anything to us. God is love, and he has made himself known through his written and his living word. No one really knows the Father but the Son, and to those to whom the Son will reveal him. When Hasatan concluded all his temptations, he left Yeshua for a season. Shalom, Torah fans. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Tap the subscription button and the bell icon, and I promise to update weekly with in-depth biblical research. Be sure to download the new michaelrood.tv app for both mobile and home devices for even more commercial-free content.